If you're working a help desk job right now and want to break into cybersecurity, then this video is specifically for you. And if you're not in a help desk role, but you're trying to figure out how to break into cyber, then stick around because I'm about to show you why getting into help desk first might be the smartest move you can make. Whether you're already on the help desk answering tickets or resetting passwords, maybe dealing with phishing emails every day, or you're on the outside looking in trying to find a way into cyber, then this video covers both paths. Let me tell you, you're closer to a cybersecurity career than you think, and I'm going to show you exactly how to get there. I've been recruiting now for 15 years. I've placed lots and lots of candidates into security roles, and a significant number of them started in a help desk or IT support position. Now, some went there deliberately as a stepping stone, others were already in the role and made the jump, but both paths work. Now, a while ago, I made a video covering jobs you can do before getting into cyber, and help desk was one of them. But so many of you reached out saying you wanted the full deep dive, the actual transition plan, if you like. So here it is. This is From Help Desk to Cybersecurity, the 2026 edition, a recruiter's roadmap for making the move, whether you're already on the help desk or thinking about getting there. Hey everyone, my name's Gough. If you're new here, hit that subscribe and join our growing community. And if not, welcome back. Make sure you're subscribed to my free newsletter as well. It's full of cybersecurity news and career insights. Link is below. Now let's get straight into the video. Section 1. Why you should get into help desk if you're not there already. So before I get into the transition plan for those of you already on the help desk, I want to talk to the people watching this video who aren't in IT at all yet. Maybe you're in retail, maybe hospitality, a call center, or a completely different career altogether. So you want to get into cyber, but everything you read says you need experience, certifications, or a degree, and it feels like a wall. So here's what I tell career changers I work with. Help desk is the door. It certainly can be the door. It's one of the most accessible entry points into the tech industry. Now, many help desk roles don't require a degree, and some don't even require certifications. If you've got solid communication skills, basic computer literacy, and a willingness to learn, you can get hired. Customer service experience, which a lot of career changers already have, translates directly. And here's the part most people miss. Getting a help desk role first doesn't slow your path down to cybersecurity. It can actually speed it up because from day one, you're learning real IT fundamentals. You're learning networking, you're learning Active Directory, you're learning endpoint management, ticketing systems, escalation processes. These are the exact foundations that cybersecurity is built on. Compare that to someone who skipped the help desk entirely and tries to break into cyber with nothing but a certification and no hands-on experience. They're competing against candidates who already understand how IT environments actually work. You won't have that problem. So if you're watching this thinking, I'm not even in IT yet, this is a solution for you. Here's your quick action plan. Start by studying the CompTIA A+ or get comfortable with basic IT concepts. Update your resume to highlight any customer service troubleshooting or technical problem solving experience you have. Apply for help desk roles, IT support roles, service desk type roles. Get your foot in the door. And then everything I'm about to cover in the rest of the video becomes your exact playbook. Lots of people honestly speak to me and think a help desk is a step back, and I can't stress enough it's really not. Now, I know in other videos I talk about things, how to get into cyber, where it doesn't even mention a help desk. There is that route as well. All I'm telling you today that a help desk is something that can be a great option for you to help you get into cyber. So I just wanted to make that point clear before I carry on. Now, for those of you already in help desk, let's talk about why you're sitting on a goldmine. That brings us to section 2, why help desk gives you an unfair advantage. So let me tell you something that might surprise you. When I'm reviewing candidates for junior cyber roles, the ones coming from help desk and IT support backgrounds are often the strongest, to be honest. They're not always the most qualified on paper, but quite frankly, they can be the strongest in practice. Now, why is that? Because help desk teaches you things that no certification ever will. And most people massively undervalue what they already know. Think about what you do every day. You're diagnosing problems, you're gathering information, you're isolating issues, you're testing solutions and documenting what worked. Now, if you think about it, that's the exact same process a SOC analyst uses when investigating a security alert. Now, the context changes, but the methodology is identical. You write tickets, you document outcomes, and you escalate when needed. So in a SOC, that translates directly to incident documentation and escalation procedures. The format is different, but the discipline is the same. You're working with Active Directory, DNS, DHCP, group policies, and endpoint configurations every single day. And that's the same infrastructure that security teams defend. And you deal with phishing emails, suspicious links, and access requests constantly. You've seen what real security incidents look like from the user's perspective. That frontline exposure is incredibly valuable when you move into a security role. That's not just IT experience, that's security relevant experience. People think there's a massive gap between help desk and cybersecurity. They think they need to start from scratch. They don't. The gap is real, but it's much smaller than you think. And you can close it while keeping your current job. Okay, moving on to section 3, the 4 moves to make while you're still on the help desk. So let's talk about what you need to do to close the gap. And the best part is you can do all of this while keeping your current job. Move number 1, volunteer for security adjacent work. This is the easiest and most overlooked move. Most help desk environments have tasks that sit on the edge of security. For example, it could be phishing email investigations or access reviews or onboarding and offboarding user accounts. Put your hand up for these. Talk to your manager. Say something like, hey, I'm interested in cybersecurity and I'd love to take on any security related tickets or projects that come through. Most managers will be thrilled because nobody wants that work, but for you it's gold. Every security adjacent task you complete becomes a line on your resume and a story in your interview that you can use. If your company has a security team, ask if you can shadow them for a day. Ask if there are any cross-training opportunities. Even sitting in on a security meeting gives you context that other candidates won't have. Move number 2, build a home lab. I talked about this all the time in my videos. This is where you start building technical security skills on your own time, and you don't need to spend any money. You can set up a free Splunk instance and feed it some sample logs. You can practice identifying suspicious activity. Configure a basic SIEM environment. And if you're feeling really ambitious, set up a small network with VirtualBox and practice monitoring traffic. Now, I covered this in detail in my SOC Analyst script video, which I'll link below. The Home Labs section gives you a step-by-step guide to building something that looks impressive on a resume and gives you real skills. The key here though is documentation. Everything you build, screenshot it, write it up, put it on GitHub with a clear README. When I'm interviewing a help desk candidate for a junior security role, a documented Home Lab is the single biggest differentiator. Move number 3, get certified strategically. Notice I said strategically. Don't just collect certifications for the sake of it. If you're on the help desk, you probably already have your A+ or equivalent. The next step depends on which direction you want to go. If you're targeting SOC analyst roles, get your Security Plus first, then look at the CCDL1. Security Plus gets you the pass the HR filter, and it's the gold standard in entry-level certifications. And the CCDL1 gives you practical SOC skills that interviewers love. If you're leaning towards GRC, Security Plus is still your first move, followed by learning the framework such as ISO 27001, SOC 2, NIST, etc. I covered this in my GRC Analyst Sprint video. The point is, 1 or 2 targeted certifications alongside your help desk experience and a home lab is more powerful than 5 certifications with no practical backing. Quick checkpoint, if you're finding this useful, hit subscribe. I'm covering every angle of breaking into cybersecurity this year. Let me know in the comments, are you already on the help desk or are you working towards getting there? I want to hear where you're at. All right, move number 4, document and share your journey. I want you to start posting on LinkedIn. Not motivational quotes, not generic day 1 of my cybersecurity journey posts, but real specific updates about what you're learning and building. For example, today I set up a Splunk instance and wrote my first correlation rule to detect failed login attempts. Here's what I learned. I volunteered to handle phishing investigations at work this week. We had 12 reported emails. 3 were actual phishing attempts. Here's what I noticed about the patterns. Now, these posts do 2 things. They build evidence of your skills and habits for hiring managers, and they connect you with people in the cybersecurity community who can help you make that transition. You never know who you're going to meet when you're networking. That's the beauty of it. Okay, section 4, how to position yourself on paper. This is where most help desk professionals get it wrong. They apply for cybersecurity roles with a resume that reads like a help desk resume, and they wonder why they don't get calls. Now, you need to bridge your experience, and here's how. Your resume headline should not say IT help desk technician. It should say something like IT support professional transitioning to cybersecurity, - security plus - home lab projects. Your experience section needs to be reframed. So what do I mean? Well, instead of resolved 50+ tickets per day covering hardware and software issues, you should write resolved 50 tickets per day including security incidents such as phishing investigations, access control issues, and endpoint remediation. Same experience, different framing. One sounds like help desk, the other sounds like someone ready for a junior security role. And that's a big difference, particularly when there's hundreds of people applying. And here's a practical exercise. Take every bullet point on your current resume and ask yourself, is there a security angle to this? If you've managed Active Directory accounts, that's identity and access management. If you've reimagined infected machines, if you've configured firewalls or VPN access, then that's network security. Your LinkedIn profile needs the same treatment. Your headline should be specific about what you're targeting. So your about section should tell the story of your transition, where you've been, why you're moving into security and what you've done about it. And when you start applying, don't just submit your resume into a portal. Find the hiring manager on LinkedIn and send a short message. If they're on there, try and find them. Hi, I just applied for the junior SOC analyst role. I'm currently in IT support and I've been building security skills through my Security Plus certification and home STEAM lab projects. Now, my help desk background gives me strong troubleshooting and documentation habits that I'd love to bring to your team. That message works because it's specific, it bridges your current experience, and it shows initiative. I've seen it work dozens of times. Okay, moving on to section 5. Which cyber roles to target first? So this is an important one. Not all cybersecurity roles are created equal when you're coming from help desk. Some are natural transitions, others are a stretch. So let me tell you where I think you should focus. Target number 1, SOC analyst. This is the most natural transition from help desk. A tier 1 SOC analyst monitors security alerts, investigates potential incidents, documents findings and escalates when needed. Sound familiar? Well, it should, because it's essentially a security focused version of what you already do on help desk. The tools change. Instead of a ticketing system, you're using a SIEM. Instead of troubleshooting printer issues, you're investigating suspicious network traffic. But the workflow, the discipline, the documentation, the escalation process, it's the same muscle. I built an entire 60-day sprint plan for SOC roles. If this is your target, watch that video next. It's linked below. Target number 2, GRC analyst. If you prefer process documentation and working with frameworks over staring at log data, GRC might be your path. GRC analysts focus on governance, risk assessments, compliance, and policy management. Now, this is especially strong if your help desk role has exposed you to compliance requirements, audit processes, or policy enforcement. If you've ever been involved in an access review or helped implement a new security policy, then you've touched GRC in some way. GRC is particularly good for people who don't want to go deep on the technical side. Target number 3, IT security analyst or security operations. Now, some companies have hybrid roles that blend IT support with security responsibilities. These are often called IT security analysts or information security analyst or even security operations roles. They're perfect stepping stones because they value your IT support background explicitly. Search for these alongside the SOC and GRC roles. They're often less competitive because they don't have the same hype as a SOC analyst, and candidates often overlook them, to be honest. And here's something that should motivate you. In most markets, junior cybersecurity roles pay significantly more than help desk. We're often talking a 20 to 40% increase at the entry level, and the ceiling is much higher. As you gain experience and move into mid-level security roles, the earning potential keeps climbing. So this isn't just a career change, it's a financial upgrade as well. Now here's what I'd avoid targeting straight away. Pen testing, cloud security architecture, or anything with senior in the title. Trust me, people do this. They expect to go from help desk straight into a pen tester. Those aren't realistic first moves from help desk. Get into a junior security role first, prove yourself, and those doors can open naturally. Okay, section 6. The timeline nobody talks about. So let me be honest with you about timelines, because too many YouTube videos make it sound like you'll be a cybersecurity professional in 90 days, and you won't. In my videos, I'd often talk about 90-day roadmaps or 60-day roadmaps, but never do I say you'll get a job after that. What I'm doing is showing you the path to get you interview ready and to get you in a position to start looking at the jobs you want. If you're starting from outside IT and need to land a help desk first role, add 2 to 3 months to the front of this timeline. That's completely normal. The clock starts once you're in the role. If you're currently on the help desk and you follow the steps in this video, here's a realistic timeline. Months 1 to 3, you're volunteering for security work at your current job. You're studying your Security Plus and you're starting a home lab. You're posting on LinkedIn about what you're learning. Months 3 to 6, you've earned Security Plus. You've built 2 to 3 documented projects and you're starting to apply for junior security roles. Your resume and LinkedIn are reframed for cybersecurity. Months 6 to 12, you're interviewing, you're refining your approach, potentially earning a second certification like your CCDL1, and building your network in the security community. Some of you will land a role in month 4, some of you will take a year. Both timelines are normal, honestly. The job market, your location, your network, and frankly, a bit of luck all play a role. But what matters is that you're moving forward consistently. Every week you should be doing something, whether that's studying, building, applying, or networking. The people who make this transition successfully aren't the ones who found a shortcut. They're the ones who showed up every week and did the work. So let's bring this all together. If you're on a help desk right now and you want to break into cybersecurity, here's your playbook. First, recognize what you already have. Your troubleshooting skills, your documentation habits, your understanding of IT infrastructure, and your frontline exposure to security issues. That's not nothing, that's a foundation. Second, make the 4 moves while you're still in your current role. Volunteer for security work, build a home lab, get certified strategically, and document and share your journey. Third, reframe everything. Your resume, your LinkedIn, your interview stories. Bridge your help desk experience to cybersecurity. And stop underselling yourself. And fourth, target the right roles. SOC analysts, if you want more technical work, GRC analysts if you prefer less technical, and process and frameworks, IT security analysts for a hybrid transition. And fifth, be patient and consistent. This isn't an overnight transformation, but it's absolutely achievable. And you're starting from a much stronger position than someone with 0 IT experience. And if you're not on the help desk yet, go back to section 1, follow that action plan, get your foot in the door, then come back to this playbook. It'll be waiting for you. Now, everyone's still watching. Now, if you're unsure, I've recently released my full Cyber Job-Ready Blueprint. It's currently in the description below. It's a full 40+ page document that talks you exactly through the steps and the first 90 days of what I would do if I was looking to get into cybersecurity. It really is valuable. Check out the description below. The link will be there. Hit subscribe if you found this valuable. I've got more content coming on interview deep dives, salary negotiation, and certification reviews. Thanks for watching. As always, keep leveling up your career. I'll see you on the next video.